Clean isn't a trend, it's our responsibility.
So there's a lot of clean supplements in the industry. What does the word clean mean to you?
As a clinical dietitian, clean means OEM, or original equipment manufacturer. What was made for us to digest? And to look at it historically through millennia, not with today's trends and artificial ingredients that get you there quicker, stabilize it so it's shelf stable and it can last forever, which is what's accomplished by the food industry, but it's not what we need for our body. So in essence, it's really getting back to the way things were and making things thoughtful, putting out effort. And with effort and a little money, you can accomplish great things in better quality food.
And how does taking supplements fit into that, since we are processing?
Well, for supplements, they are what they are. They're dietary supplements, supplements to your diet. So as a dietitian, I always worried mostly as, what was the baseline? Where are you coming from? Are you meeting your nutritional needs? And a lot of people can answer that for themselves, and they can make adjustments to their diet, but sometimes they can't adjust their lifestyle. So then that's where supplements come in, and they supplement to their diet. And that's what MRM advocates, that. Just getting your diet better so that you're meeting your nutritional needs.
And what you say really does make me think of the holistic aspect of a person, right? Because we can think about, okay, well, I need more protein and I need more X, Y, Z, but we are holistic beings. And I know part of MRM, as you developed your supplements, you've integrated Campbo and Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, along modern science. So why combine those?
Because that's really answering today's needs. And all those other medicines complement Western medicine in how that you can achieve an optimal life. Not the best life, and more is always better, because sometimes less is better for you. And in consideration of exercise, exercise is actually bad for you in certain sense, but it's good for you in the long term. And so we think with a more long-term approach, what is best for you to consume.
And as a clinical dietitian and also former pro athlete, what are some advice or perspective that you could give our audience when they're thinking about what is optimal for their well-being, when they're choosing a supplement brand to purchase some dietary supplements from, and then adopting a specific diet and lifestyle?
Well, consider your diet, consider your lifestyle, and what you have to make avail to improving your diet. Because that's all we're here for, is improving your diet, improving your outcomes and performance, and just living a long and healthy and happy life. And killing yourself in one aspect doesn't benefit anything. So finding your balance, finding what things make a difference in your consumption. And we've always been suggested as a suggested brand by many stores. So people try our products and then they like it. So we have a lot of huge fans, long-term fans, of people that just have consumed our products, says, oh, this one works well with my gut. And it gets me to what I want as a workout. It's more of a mental instead of stimulants. And so these types of aspects where it's more of a long-term benefit to you, not short-term, because we get enough of that in our society, and we need to build in long-term benefits to our thinking of how we handle ourselves on earth.
Yeah, you said a couple very interesting things because, well, one, it's not really about perfection. You mentioned to me in one conversation that, we're not here to kill ourselves over the perfect diet and the perfect exercise regime, or taking away our kids' cookies and restricting them to the point where they're not sharing things that, sometimes bring joy to life, even if it's at a birthday party once in a while. So how does MRM from a scientific perspective as well as from a human perspective, since you are a dad, how does adding supplements from MRM Nutrition complement this perception of, just doing better?
When we talk to anybody, we have to meet them where they're at on their own health journey. They have bad knees, they have asthma, they have some limitation or something they're trying to improve or heal about themselves. So we love to assist to get them into that optimal zone where they're actually healthy physically and emotionally and spiritually, seeking more and more balance in their life. So that's really what we're trying to do, is make it simple and easy to get to your next goal and find balance. And it's not, the greatest thing about food is there's no fear in food. And as a dietitian, you try to invoke that everywhere. And when you get into these industry tiffs and they say, oh, this is bad for you and this is good for you, and I tell them they're not too, because everything's bad and good for you. It's just in the amounts that you take. It's all about the dose in life. The time you spend playing, the time you spend working, the time you spend resting, and all these things are the same in your diet. You need all the foods, all the colors. And so I bring a lot of innovation and a lot of colors and pigments back into the diet, and fibers, which are so essential.
And that's a very crucial point, because of course we're consumers. We want to purchase something that we know is a good product and that it's going to last us a reasonable time. And you've been able to really dial in your formulations so that they taste good, they last a reasonable amount of time, and they even have color. So how do you choose the ingredients that you put inside, and can you give me some examples?
In '98, when we started making protein powders, and we made our vanilla and our chocolate, and it's easy to put cocoa in for your chocolate as far as the color and getting your colors right. But when we came to strawberry, and we had little bits of freeze-dried strawberries in there, and we were very proud of it, and we were trying to get the color right, but we had to use red beet powder because I wouldn't allow any cheap ways to get in and get your color right. It's got to be about what's good for you. And so avoiding colors, and as a dietitian, I'd worked with Bernard Rimlin, who had done seminal work as far as ADD and ADHD kids, and working with artificial colors and artificial flavors and how they're detrimental and triggers to some of these sensitive kids with sensitive guts. And each kid is only, a couple meals away from having a sensitive gut. So protecting your kids and getting them to be robust with a good balanced diet is key for any mom.
I love that. That's very essential. And I'm sure within your journey since 1996 of building MRM, it's been a long road, and I'm sure there's been challenges along the way. I'm sure there's been even pressures to try to cut corners. How have you resisted those pressures, and what have you been able to do differently that allows you to deliver a delicious product and high quality as well?
Well, innovation is the short answer to that, and a lot of hard work and determination that we can do better. And my background and my varied backgrounds, ingredients and food science, and preparing the food through your production methodology. And it's not just what's easiest, to what gives you the best product in the outcome. And so bringing that back to foods and ingredients was key.
I love that. I'm really happy to be here, Mark, and learn all about how you lead with science and integrity through MRM Nutrition. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Make sure to give us a like and subscribe to our channel and follow for the next segment.